Have you ever felt like the dating advice you grew up with just doesn't work anymore? You know, like you're trying to play a game, but someone handed you the wrong rulebook. Well, you're not going crazy. The game has totally, completely changed. So let's break down the new blueprint.
This question right here, man, this came straight from one of you and it just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It's not about big, flashy dates or cheesy pickup lines anymore. The real action, it happens inside her mind. And today, we're gonna build the answer to this, piece by piece. Oh, and hey, before we really dive in, if you wanna get smarter about how all this stuff really works, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. That way you won't miss a thing.
So why does all that old advice feel so dusty? It's because we're living in a brand new world. We are literally competing with the shortest attention spans in human history. We're up against endless options on dating apps and a constant flood of digital noise. The old rules, they just weren't built for this. And this right here shows the shift perfectly. The old school way was all about stuff you could see, buying flowers, being the big, strong protector. But the modern way, it's all internal. It's about occupying mental real estate. So instead of flowers, you send a super specific link that shows you actually get her. And instead of being a physical protector, you become a source of peace in her chaotic world. The bottom line is, we need a whole new operating system for attraction. So let's go ahead and install it. Okay, our first strategy is all about understanding that intimacy today, well, it's kind of algorithmic. If you want her to think about you when you're not around, you have to find a way to exist in those digital spaces where her mind spends most of its time. You literally have to become a part of her algorithm.
So here's the actual move. You've got to ditch that super generic, "How was your day?" text. Come on, it's boring and it feels like a chore she has to answer. Instead, send a very specific meme, a song, or a short video about some niche topic she mentioned once, maybe weeks ago. And here's why this works like magic. It creates this little private joke, a microculture that only the two of you share. Now, later on, when she sees something similar, her brain is going to fire off a little dopamine hit that is now directly wired to you.
All right, next up, let's completely reinvent the first date. The formal dinner date is pretty much dead. And why? Because it feels like a job interview. It's high pressure, it's not very fun, and it basically forces you both to wear a mask. Real attraction just doesn't grow in an environment like that. So the move is to propose a side quest. Instead of, hey, let's get dinner, try something like, okay, I found this hidden viewpoint that's supposed to look amazing for just 20 minutes at sunset. We should go check it out. The trick here is keeping it brief and low stakes, 20 minutes, an hour, tops. This takes all the pressure off. It's not a formal evaluation, right? It's a micro-adventure. And that gives her a chance to see the real spontaneous you, not the buttoned-up interview version.
Now, this next strategy is subtle, but believe me, it is incredibly powerful. In this age of social media echo chambers where everyone's trying to please everybody, having a truly independent mind is rare. And because it's so rare, it's intensely attractive. See, most people think the goal is to just agree with everything to be liked. That's actually a huge mistake.
So the move here is to actually have well-thought-out, defensible opinions, even if they're not the popular ones. And when a topic comes up, don't be afraid to respectfully disagree. Here's why this works. It signals that you can't be easily controlled or figured out. It creates, it's like a psychological edge. She'll start thinking, why does he think that? I want to understand his perspective. She becomes mentally invested in trying to earn your full approval, which is way more powerful than you just giving it away for free.
Okay, let's talk about sharing. A massive mistake in modern dating is oversharing. What people sometimes call trauma dumping. If you lay out your entire life story, all your baggage on the second date, you remove all the mystery. It's like watching a really great movie trailer and then immediately being forced to watch the entire 3-hour movie. The excitement just evaporates.
The move is to treat your life story like it's premium content. Give her the trailer, not the whole movie. You offer hints and highlights, but you let her earn the deeper story over time. And here's a pro tip. Hold back a really cool skill or a significant accomplishment you have. Then, months down the line, when it comes up naturally, that "wait, I didn't know you could do that" moment, that is a powerful re-stimulation of her attraction. It shows her there are always more layers to discover with you. This final strategy, this might be the most important one for the world we live in right now. We are surrounded by anxiety, by digital noise, by this constant low-grade chaos. If you can be the one person in her life who represents calm and stability, you become absolutely essential. The move here is something we call non-reactive presence. When she is stressed out, when she's venting, when she's just in a chaotic mood, your job is not to get swept up in it with her. Your job is to stay grounded, keep your voice low and even, maintain eye contact, just be a calm, solid presence. Now, what's so fascinating about this is that over time, she will subconsciously start using your calm energy to regulate her own nervous system. You actually shift from being someone she wants to be around to someone she feels she needs to be around just to feel centered. So we've covered the core strategies of this modern blueprint. But theory is one thing. I want to give you something you can put into practice, literally tonight. This is a simple but incredibly powerful tool. It uses a very specific psychological trigger to keep you on her mind. We call it the loop trick. I just saw something that reminded me of that story you told me about, and then you insert a specific detail she told you, but it actually made way more sense now. Tell you later. The key is that specific detail. It proves you listen, and that tell you later part, that's crucial. You are intentionally creating an open loop. And this works because of something called the Zeigarnik effect. It's just a fancy term for the fact that our brains obsess over unfinished tasks or incomplete stories. That text opens a loop in her mind that only you can close. And trust me, she will be thinking about it until she gets the answer from you. So look, if you remember just one thing from all of this, let it be this. Modern attraction is not something you can buy with expensive dinners or flashy gifts. It's something you build intentionally, piece by piece, inside her mind. So think about that for a second. What's the one old rule you've been following that you're now ready to just throw out the window? Let us know in the comments below. I'd genuinely love to hear your thoughts and experiences. And of course, if you found this valuable, make sure you're subscribed for more breakdowns just like this one. Thanks for tuning in.